It is the 28th of July and I am on my way to a mall called Connects for an event known as Lock City Singapore, and I've got the Ichor with me today. So this will be my friend keeping me company as I stand there and provide music for everyone. This is an area that I classify as the Paya Lebar area. Got quite a lot of old, I guess, heritage here in Singapore. You've got a mall like that. That's City Plaza, and you might be thinking I'm a little bit crazy. It's really hot out and I'm wearing long sleeves. The reason why is because when I left the house it was still like, I guess, a little bit cloudy, and I was thinking I'm gonna be in the mall and it's cloudy, I'll wear a long sleeve t-shirt. No, bad mistake man, bad choice. People are staring at me like I'm a weirdo. So yeah, this guy's gonna keep me company. This is day 5 of the Ichor on my EDC. Let's go. First perk of the day, I'm happy it's gonna be at this mall because there's a Starbucks right here. This is going to be my lifesaver. About having the DJ in a mall is the problem with the volume of the music. We always have to manage in between how I guess loud we can go for the dancers, but also we have to manage that volume level so that the patrons of the mall don't actually complain, and I don't like that personally, but it's something that we have to manage, I guess. Like this volume here of the music is really soft to us considering the fact that the stage is right here. So check it out. This is the stage, and then the speakers are up there and up here. So that's a big issue in my opinion, but we have no choice. Yeah, we'll see how things go. Hello everyone and welcome to a slice of my life, and y'all already know that this video is gonna be about the Damn Designs Ichor or Ichor. I think it's pronounced as the Ichor. I'm gonna try to train myself to say Ichor every single time because sometimes I just slip up and just call it the Ichor. But yes everyone, this is the Ichor Spinner by Damn Designs, and because you guys already saw the slightly different first part of this video, this has been on my EDC for the past 2 weeks. I know I'm actually releasing videos back to back. Yeah, that's because I actually took time to edit these videos, so I have to apologize. But yes, the Ichor has been on my EDC for the past 2 weeks, and I'm gonna tell you guys, I actually enjoy it. Now, this wasn't sent to me by Damn Designs, it wasn't sent to me by Adrian. I bought this, but I bought it on the secondary market from a buddy, Mike Novio. So shout out to you, Mike. Thanks for letting this go to me. I've always wanted to get one of the Ichors. I missed out. I don't even remember why I missed out on the Ichor. I think I was asleep maybe, because sometimes drops happen at like what, 5 AM Singapore time. I may be wrong, but I missed out on every single Ichor drop so far, and I've been kicking myself for not getting one of these. And so, you know, the second drop, I believe, or the third drop was for an XL Ichor, and I'm not a fan of XLs, and the proportions on the XLs look a little bit, I guess, off or weird to me. I mean, that's just my opinion, but the original sized Ichor, this one right here, it just looks so beautiful to me. I really fell in love with this design, and it's a cool looking triangle spinner, and I'm really glad once again that Mike was looking to thin his herd, and so I picked this up from him. Next thing I want to share is that the Ichor Lite was actually released as a drop, and I put myself on that order. I just made sure that I didn't miss out on that. The Ichor Lite is like a skeletonized version of the Ichor, and we'll be expecting a video about that from me once I receive it. Now let's talk about this thing. This is one of the few triangle shaped spinners that I own. I've actually owned a drone in the past from MPF Designs, but let's just not talk about MPF because no one likes to talk about them anymore. The drone itself is well, it's not bad, a spinner, but it's a little bit too triangular-ish for my liking. This one has a slight dip here that makes all the difference. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's alright as a fidgeter. Like, I'm not really a fan of fidgeting with triangle shaped spinners. With regards to tri-spinners, I guess I prefer a little bit more of a traditional design where it's actually 3 arms, because I like to have some kind of an area or a dip in where my middle finger can rest and regenerate spins or make pullbacks or whatever. It's not a bad fidgeter, but it is not the best in my opinion. I mean, clearly I like the Triad out of Damn Designs. It is my favorite tri-spinner out of Damn Designs of all time. And the second, very close second, almost on par, is the Succubus. But this one is not bad in terms of looks. It's got the trademark Damn Designs machining lines, and you cannot go wrong with that. And you got all these angles and facets just work. Like the curves out here, they're really well done, and it's a little bit flat on the edge as well. Everything just works really well. I think the proportions, the design, and the nuances on these angles here really make for a very visually pleasing design. It also comes coupled with these gyre buttons. Yeah, that's what they call, I believe, the gyre buttons by Damn Designs, and it gives you that very hypnotic look when it spins. So all in all, the combination is actually pretty good. The gyre buttons provide enough grip, even though it is slightly dished. It has those steps there that are done very well, by the way. They don't actually cut or scrape off any dry skin that you might have. And just the whole entire experience, now the whole entire package is pretty spot on. I also do not know what bearings these are actually running on, but they are smooth as heck. They do look like SBV2 bearings. So this is what the spinner looks like without the buttons. You could see that there is a dedicated area for your buttons. It's recessed in, very nicely done out here. It's nicely rounded as well, and it features a press fit / glue fit bearing retention style, and I've enjoyed my experience with this so far. But I want to add on that I think I found the perfect matching button for the Ichor, and that is the Echo buttons by Unquiet Hands. And because I'm getting an Ichor Lite, I think I'm gonna get another set of these Echo buttons, because just okay, I'm gonna tease you guys. Okay, I'm gonna keep you guys in suspense, but once I am done with installing these buttons, you will understand what I mean. Okay, maybe design is subjective, but just look at this. Oh man, okay, my hair's standing again. I really love the way this thing looks now versus the original gyre buttons. Don't get me wrong, and I'm sorry, Adrian, but the gyre buttons are great. They are great, but it's just that this is a perfect match in my opinion. Because I don't know, maybe it's because out here it's all angular with a slight curve here, and then you're actually complementing it with these really soft curves here on the buttons. And the Echo buttons actually offer a really nice big lip out here, and it kind of swoops inward like that. And because it's so comfortable to hold, it really enhances the entire experience of the Ichor Spinner. For the first 4 days or so, I used the Ichor Spinner with the stock buttons, and then I changed the buttons out for the buttons that came with the Incubus or Succubus spinners, and that made a slight difference as well, because this has a more obvious dish compared to the gyre buttons. But the gyre buttons, they kind of, I guess they feel a bit taller in totality, so I actually swapped them back to the gyre buttons for about another few more days. But then just about 3 days ago, I was going through my collection just for fun, just looking at the things that I had, and then I saw these buttons on the Attic Spinner by Unquiet Hands. I took this off, I put it on here, and I do not regret doing that, and this has made a lot of difference in the way I actually experienced this spinner. So now, since we're talking about the experience, I'm going to share with you guys what I think about the fidgetability of this spinner. I like the way it fidgets. It's not the best. It doesn't really have a, I guess, a soothing finger hugger or a soothing dip up here. So if you guys are anything like me and you actually like your middle finger to be sitting really close to your index finger when you're holding a spinner like that, then you know, this actually has quite a bit of a width away. This might not satisfy you. I mean, it's honestly not that far away, but you don't actually feel an obvious difference from where the middle part of the spinner is to the arm, because this is a triangular design and it is curved out here. after all. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to share with you guys, but it is, however, and I can't deny it, it is very easy to fidget with, easy to push forward, and if you enjoy pullbacks on spinners just like myself, then this is not going to be a problem for you at all. It's easy for you to pull back, and that is also enhanced because you actually have this out here, and this actually reminds me of another damn design spinner, and I can't remember the name of that right now, but yeah, you see that curve like that, it goes up and then it goes down. These are really nuances that is very difficult to pick up just by looking at pictures. So yeah, I'm going to interrupt the fidgetability portion here by just running over this design nuance because I just suddenly feel really inspired to highlight that right now. It is traditionally a triangular shaped spinner, but it's curved this way. It's got a dip in the middle. It's got weights that are being thrown outwards, but it's also got this curve going inwards. See, those design nuances is just what makes the spinner so great, in my opinion. Okay, so now going back to the fidgetability with the index finger is not as I guess as satisfying as some other spinners, simply because I think I'm not used to having my index finger so close to the, you know, I guess the button or where my thumb is. I'm used to kind of reaching out like that, and so for the Ichor, it's not as comfortable having your finger stop at the tip of the arm out here, because if you're in this position, the only way to go is to pull back, because if you try and push forward, this slides out here, and then because it's so shallow, you might actually just roll off like that. See, let me just try and show that to you again. So you roll off like that instead of pulling back and then keeping, I guess, your index finger in that groove. It just slips out for me, and also I'm not able to get a good kick forward unless I first pull it back to a certain angle, then I can get a kick forward like that. But if I go for quick jabs forward and backward, that's not a problem. If I keep going backwards, I will miss every once in a while. Yeah, not so friendly in my opinion for index finger fidgeters. Jib jabs is subjective because of the index finger thing, so jib jabs to a certain extent it's okay, but it's not too enjoyable because it is still not that, I guess, that tall or that long in terms of the overall width and spinning diameter of the spinner. And it is time for a size comparison. This is what the Ichor looks like next to a stubby. Not too bad in terms of the overall size. I guess you could say comparable to a stubby. Yep, all in all, I think it's a great spinner. Like, honestly speaking, I think it's a great spinner. Not the best in terms of fidgetability, but I really like the way it looks. Not my favorite in terms of looks, but overall, it's still a very compelling looking spinner. I know I'm contradicting myself here, but this, I just want to say that I actually enjoy it. It's not the best looking, but it looks good. It is not the best in terms of fidgeting, but it fidgets rather well. That's what I want to say about it. I hope you guys understand what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah. To sum it up, basically, do I regret getting this? No, I don't regret getting it. But then again, I got it for slightly cheaper than what it was going on retail. So I got to be honest about that as well. That could be also another factor adding to why I enjoy this spinner that much. So yeah, I paid about 60 US for this and no regrets at all. And it is now time for me to tell you guys how many fucks do I give about the Ichor. And it is not 3 fucks, but I do give it 2 fucks. I like it quite a lot. More than 1 fuck, less than 3 fucks, I give it 2 fucks. It's pretty good. I enjoy this spinner quite a lot. I'm glad to have it in my collection. Basically, that statement, I think, really sums it up. I'm happy having this spinner in my collection. So good job to Damn Designs, good job Adrian, and I'm really looking forward to getting my Ichor Lite. And that is it, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking all the way throughout and sharing in this slice of my life. I hope that I provided enough information to help you decide whether or not the Ichor spinner is a spinner for you. And just in case you are gonna ask me why I'm providing links to this when it is sold out, I will say it again, Damn Designs usually sells out in terms of their spinner offerings, so you guys got to be really quick if you want to stay updated to when the newest releases are going to be. Make sure that you join their Facebook group because announcements are all made there. And with that said, I'll put links to all of that in the description box down below. Now, please understand, these were not sponsored to me. I purchased them. I have to wait for about a 2-week shipping period because I ship them overseas. I don't live in the States. And of course, I need to spend time with these, put this on my EDC, then record everything down and edit the video. So by the time, usually in general, when I release a video about a review of a spinner, and by that time it means that it'll be about 3 weeks to a month since the release of the spinner. So please I ask you guys, bear with me on that. It's rare for me to actually get a pre-release or prototype version of a spinner to review. So yeah, I really appreciate your understanding. If you guys like the content that I'm putting out, please consider subscribing to the channel, and if you do, make sure that you hit the notification button button so that you'll be notified of any new uploads that I put out. I also run a Patreon page. I'll put a link up here to that. And if you do become a patron of mine, thank you so much in advance. And that is it, everyone. I will catch all of you in the next slice of my life. And until then, everyone, I'm just trying to get that warp again. So yeah, as I was saying, until the next video, everyone, Gaga Boost.